So viewers, on the one hand, the Trump regime has appointed two men, Ismael Royer, a former Lashkar-e-Taiba associate who served 13 years in prison for terror charges, and Hamza Ysef, accused of links to radical Islamist organizations, to a key advisory panel on religious freedom inside the White House. On the other hand, you have members of the Trump administration erupting in fury over the four digits 8647 that was posted cryptically by the former FBI Director James Comey. In fact, Trump supporters have decoded it all as a call to assassinate the sitting president of the United States of America. So viewers, what does this say about the United States, where cryptic Instagram posts are sparking fear and a lot of political loathing, but men once linked to the terror groups like Lashkar and Al-Qaeda are given plum posts? Has national security been reduced to theater in the United States? Is the Trump regime distracted by codes and conspiracies while the real threats are walking through the doors of the White House? Now, let's talk about what we know about Ismael Royer. He spent 13 years in prison in the United States after being charged for terror links. It is reported that he trained with the Lashkar-e-Taiba in Pakistan in 2000 and also allegedly took part in attacks in Kashmir. So just imagine this man, who has now been appointed to the advisory board of the White House Religious Freedom Commission, was somebody who was a terrorist and has been convicted and has served jail. In the year 2003, Royer was in fact charged with terrorism-related offenses, including conspiring to wage a war against the United States and providing support to both Al-Qaeda as well as Lashkar. So what's the larger message? A man with direct links to terror groups sits inside an institution that is meant to protect religious liberties. But liberties for whom? For those who once picked up a gun against the United States? Let's talk about who Hamza Ysef is with the alleged links to proscribed groups. The Trump camp insists that this is about inclusivity and about reform. But if that's the case, why is the silence on Royer's past admissions? Royer's views on Lashkar in a 2023 interview is in the spotlight, and let's talk about that. In this interview, as close as 2023, as recent as 2023, in an interview, he said he liked the people of Lashkar. He was told that LET was not an extremist group and was told that LET followed the Saudi Imam. He, in fact, also admitted to encouraging more and more people as well to join the LET, the Lashkar-e-Taiba, and ask the Muslims to train in Kashmir. So this is the thought process that he has. Now, contrast these appointments to the panic and the politics over just the mere numbers, 8647. A few seashells and one photograph, and interpreted as a death code, 86 meaning to get rid of, and 47 referring to the 47th president, that is Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump supporters are screaming assassination call, yet when the actual terror-linked individuals get roles in the key White House panel, where is the great American outrage? How can America claim to fight the scourge of global terrorism when it is happily appointing men who once sided with it? From Lashkar to the White House, from jihadist to advisor, from 8647 to the national confusion. This is an United States which seems conflicted, confused, as well as compromised. Let's in fact decode what this 8647 controversy is all about. Now, where does it come from? How did this panic really start? This is from an, believe it or not, an Instagram post by the ex-FBI chief James Comey. Now, the photo showed seashells that were arranged to form 8647. The pictures are on your screen. So the interpretation that has been made is that this is a call to assassinate the US president, because 86 equals to get rid of and 47 is intended towards the 47th president of America. Now, Donald Trump has actually spoken about this, and he himself has said, this is the president of the United States who says that even a child knows what 8647 means. Trump administration calls for Comey's arrest. This was the statement that was issued to him. The ex-FBI director, though, has deleted the post after facing this backlash, and he said that he assumed that it was a political message, and that's the reason why he had put it. But the more concerning part of this entire story, of course, is the fact that terrorists have now been appointed as advisors to the White House. That's something for the United States to think about.